You guys have been giving me a hard time from the short that I did, 5 reasons to get the Type R over the Type S. Sport Plus. All right, let's see what she feels like in Sport Plus. Okay, and I could feel, yeah, the body roll is different. Ooh, there's a little burble with just the startup. All right. Let's see what it sounds like when it revs.
Yeah, there's love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And this is the video that I had to make. I have to make the video comparing the 2023 FL5 Honda Civic Type R versus the Acura Integra Type S, the 2024 Acura Integra Type S. Now, a lot of you been getting on me in the comments because I said that, I guess I said that I felt like the Type R was more aggressive. And my reason for saying that I felt that it looked more aggressive was mainly because of the wing and the styling, and for me having the boost blue and all of that. But now I'm gonna go check out I'm basically gonna put both the Type S and the Type R next to each other, and I'll figure out which one really is the most aggressive looking and better looking and all of that, and we'll go into the details. And I'm gonna be as honest as I can be, because if I actually really like the Type S, then it will be a car that I'll add to the channel. Because I plan on modding the Subaru WRX, I plan on modding the Type R, and then I would add the Type S and mod that as well. You know, and that's something that I plan on doing. But if I feel in any way that the Type R is a better fit for me, then I'll probably go ahead and add a car like the Golf R, or maybe another Camaro SS Winelli, and let that be like the 3rd car on the channel. But I'm gonna do this review for you guys, and I want you to get a owner based opinion on which is the better car for different needs, and which is the all-around better vehicle and things like that, and which one drives better, which one looks better. All these things I'll tell you in real time as I'm looking at it. So let's head out to Acura of Melbourne and we'll compare both cars and let's see how this goes. All right, so we're finally here. You guys have been giving me a hard time from the short that I did, 5 reasons to get the Type R over the Type S. So I'm here in person, I'm looking at both cars together, and yes, the Acura Integra is the better looking vehicle. It's, you know, the front is so aggressive. It is, well, I'd say it's the more aggressive looking vehicle. Let me not go too far and say it's the better looking, but it's definitely the more aggressive looking versus the Type R. So yeah, I'll give you guys that. It is better looking, but I still have some reasons. And then obviously, you know, with the bronze wheels here, and somebody said that the bronze wheels, like, these are the same design as the Type R. No, they are not. It's totally different design. But the Acura Integra is the better looking car in my opinion. And oh, good. Can you open? But this is where I think they miss, is the interior. The interior, I feel with the two-tone, is not as nice as it is in the Type R, but it is a nice place to be. And I like that they got the suede steering wheels and all that. But let me go straight into the reasons why I believe the Type R is still the better buy. And we'll start first with the trunk space. So this is the trunk space here. You have this huge thing here. It's keeping you from getting in there. Now, I was talking to Q the Chaotic over the phone, and he says that the trunk space should be bigger in the Acura versus the Type R. But when I look at it, right, when I look, this is what I see. And you guys comment below and let me know. Since it's like, you know, I have things in here right now, right? And I just feel there's just a lot more space here. And the fact that this goes a little bit higher than in the Integra, I don't know. I think it just seems wider. It seems like there's more space. Maybe because this is raised or something, may cut down on the actual cubic inches, but it just feels like more usable, like, cargo space. So that's one. So I think that, yeah. Yeah, because in the Integra, it's flat in the back here, so you know that's a point for the Honda. And also this, I feel like this cuts down on some of the usable space that you can actually use in the back there. And like I said, if you're going down to the numbers of cubic inches, like who knows, maybe you know the Integra does have more space, but just looking at usable space because of this and how it feels a little bit more like smaller with the width, I think I'm going with the Type R on that. Now let's get into some other reasons, right? So the Acura Integra does not have a built-in navigation unit the way how you do in the Honda Civic Type R. The Honda Civic Type R has built-in navigation, right? So, and a lot of people, I hear a lot of people say, oh well, you use the you use your phone navigation, blah blah blah, you use your phone navigation. Well, yes, you can use your phone navigation, but what if, let's say you go hiking or something and you get, you know, you lose your phone out in the middle of nowhere in the woods and you need to get back home or you need to get back someplace. Wouldn't you like to have a built-in navigation in your car to get you where you need to go if you no longer have your phone? I think that's a plus for the Type R. All right, now let's get to, you know, just actual numbers. The Honda Civic Type R is lighter than the Integra. It's a negligible weight, but it is lighter. It is MSRP wise, it is less expensive, so that's another reason, right? And it is the more track focused vehicle versus the two. So if you actually care about doing track days and, you know, coming up with the win, I think that the Type R is the way to go. Because then you can tell it's a little bit more track focused, because look at the grill here. The grill, the mesh is a little bit more open versus like here. I mean, I guess you can say it's similarly, but I just feel it's a lot more blocked off here. Like they weren't thinking track. I think they were going for like an aggressive look, which they pulled off really well. But those are some of the reasons why I think you would want to get the Type R versus the Integra. Another reason too is this color. Like you can't get this color, this boost blue, in the Type R. They have their own blue and it's actually pretty beautiful as well, but that's something that you may want to consider, right? And obviously, you know, if you can get one of these at MSRP, it does MSRP lower than the Integra. But in all honesty, in the real world, I think you can actually get an Integra for a better price than you can get the Type R. So I guess I was kind of reaching to give you guys reasons why you should get the Type R versus the Type S. Now let me tell you my reasons why I think you should get the Type S versus the Type R. We're going to do it all in one shot. All right, so first things first, it is better looking. The Acura Integra is the better looking vehicle, or more aggressive looking vehicle in my opinion. It seems to sit a little bit lower, right? It has the heads-up display. You have things like, besides the aggressive front, you got these options with the wheels here. Get the carbon fiber. Yeah, you can add a carbon fiber here. It has the louder exhaust, bigger tips in the back here versus the tips on the back here of the Type R. And it is more luxurious. Like when you look at it, like, yes, it does seem a little bit more luxurious, but actually I got to give this point to the Type R versus the Type S. This is piano black, and you see like it's already kind of smudged right there. Like I don't like the piano black versus like the material that they used in the Type R. I actually like this material better. And also I like how they did here, and it's badged. So that's another reason why you may want to get the Type R. Type R is badged, and it looks a little bit, the interior just looks better with the red guts, the red floor mats. Like, I think interior wise, I like the Type R better versus on the Type S. On the Type S, it has the red leather here, but it's got two-tone there. The black, you know, the floor mats and everything is all black. And then I don't like this here. And they didn't continue this all the way through like how they did on the Type R. And this is an optional shift knob. I like the shift knob on the Type R better, but I like how they have Type S written there, and I like the ELS sound system, and then Type S there, and I like the red seats in the back a little bit better. So they both have different things. So to sum it up, if you want the lighter track focused car that has the better interior, in my opinion, Type R is the way to go. And then if you want the more luxurious, more aggressive looking car that it's more daily drivable, then I would say go with the Type S. And interior wise, is up, you know, I honestly, I feel like the Type R is winning with the interior versus the Type S, but I think exterior wise the Type S is winning. But you guys comment below and let me know what you think. Like, and shout out to the whole MOC, shout out to Q the Chaotic, shout out to Blueprint One Elite, shout out to myself, shout out to 100 Gang Nate. Like, you know, I think they're both amazing cars, and we're lucky to be alive in a time where we can get cars like these with manual gearboxes. I think they're really, really awesome cars, but I don't know, I'm torn. Like, ideally I'd like to have both of them. I'd like to have the Type S and the Type R, but comment below and let me know what you guys think. All right, we're gonna do an exhaust clip so you guys can hear.
You want me to do the different modes or just the...
Oh, you can go to Sport Plus.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here's the startup. Ooh, there's a little burble with just the startup. All right, let's see what it sounds like when it revs. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold up, man. Is there, can I buy the exhaust for from Acura and put it on the Type R?
Hey, I'm sure someone's gonna sell it.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Someone's gonna swap out the exhaust, and I'm sure you can buy it.
That sounds way too good, man. Like, how do they do that? Ooh. All right. You know what? I'm gonna just for that, I'm gonna switch over to the Type R. I'm gonna try to. You mind doing a little camera duty for me?
Sure.
All right. So we're gonna let him hold the mic. Hold the camera and see what the Type R sounds like. 'Cause I can't go out losing badly just like that. I gotta do something. So, like I was telling you guys, the interior, I think the Type R is winning in certain places. But like I said, we got the built-in navigation, plus we got Honda Log R. So that's something that the Integra doesn't have, the Honda Log R. Okay, or the Acura, yeah.
Street driving only.
Yeah. So we have these things. If you care about, you know, being on the track, there's a lot more information and things here with the Type R, you know. So there's things that you can get here that you can't get on the Type S. But if you're somebody that's you're fancy like Q and you just want to have the top of the line Acura Integra that does everything that you need it to do, and you're not trying to track it, and still Type S. But if you are going to track your car and you want to be able to document everything and do, you know, log your track usage and log how the car is performing and stuff like that, and you want like a dedicated R mode button, then Type R. So a lot more information for you guys here. Like, I know there's other channels that are you know, trying to compare these two. I drove in both. I would say if you're an actual like driving enthusiast, Type R. If you're somebody that just wants to have a great looking car that's fun to drive and has a lot of amenities, Type S. That's it. Like, you know, we can go back and forth with a lot of nitpicky things, but they're both great cars. So comment below, let me know which vehicle do you choose. got Roberto with us. All right.
guys?
Yeah, come see him here at Acura of Melbourne, right? And you want to put your info in case like they want to hit you up directly?
Sure. My cell phone is 954-668-8445.
Oh, snap, 954. Okay.
Yeah, from South Florida.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right. So yeah, we're getting ready to go test drive the Acura Integra Type S, and I'll let you know what it feels like. So first off, immediately I would say the seating actually feels a lot firmer. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm sitting up higher in this versus the Type R, and it's a lot firmer. So it's firm, and I'm sitting up a little bit higher. So we're just gonna go do like a quick test drive, and I'll be honest with you and let you guys know what it feels like. So let's see how this whole thing goes. So I feel like I like the interior of the Type R more, but I like the exterior of this more. And so there's no navigation, like built-in navigation here, right?
Correct.
All right, so that's another downside. Like, I prefer that the Type R has the built-in navigation. But is there a way in here where you can check the tire pressures? Where let me see. Where? Yeah, let's see.
Scroll through there on that wheel.
Okay.
That'll get you eventually to it.
Heads-up display, no content, safety. Oh wow, so it actually shows up here. I don't think we have that on the Type R. Like, we don't, do we?
Nope.
So in your car, you've looked for it and you can't find it? No. Yeah. So that, okay guys, so here's another plus. The Type S has where you can check it. You know, I was actually telling you, like, I like my WRX better on the interior because of the ability to check the tire pressure like how you can here in the Type S. So if that means something to you, like, you can do that in the Type S, you can't do that in the Type R. And just like my Camaro SS1LE, this has the same type of like Alcantara steering wheel. It feels just like the Camaro. So for all you guys that are mad about me getting out of the Camaro, you want to, you know, cross over to one of these, then you can get a Type S. And this is an option, right?
Yes.
All right.
Accessory.
All right, so it's an accessory. So something that you can have, like a dealer installed option, right?
Correct.
All right, got it.
Shift knob as well.
Yeah, shift knob as well. I don't like the shift knob, like, as far as like compared to the Type R, but this one is better than the other one that it came with the two-tone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leather wrap.
Yeah. And we're not gonna play music, but you see this ELS Studio. I've heard from Q and a bunch of other people that this is one of the best sounding systems, period, out of like any car, like luxury, you know. Yeah, you can see there's speakers up here. So yeah, so if you're like all you audiophiles, you want to go with the Acura Integra Type S. But let's go on a quick test drive and see what it rides like. Okay, it seems like it wants to get out the hole a lot more than the Type R. I'm guessing you've driven it already, right?
Yes.
How do you like it?
I love it. It reminds me a lot of my FK8.
Okay. Oh wow. All right. So just make it right here.
Yep.
All right. Let me see. So I'm not getting the same seating position that it's taking me a while to get used to the seating position versus the Type R. But let's see. Oh wow. You all right? All right. So it's definitely punchy. Like, you can definitely feel like. I don't know if I could say I could feel a difference in horsepower, but this feels a little bit more eager to go. Like there seems to be a little bit more turbo lag in the Type R versus the Type S. I feel it's tuned differently. You definitely feel the difference in the tune. And yeah, suspension feels a little bit softer. I feel a little bit more body roll there versus like in the Type R. Like, so I feel like, yeah, the suspension is tuned for comfort because we're in sport right now, which is what I'm not going to change it because I'm in sport in the Type R. So I feel like, let's see. All right, we can just make like a little U-turn here. All right. So I'll give it the beans a little bit on the way back and see what it feels like.
Sport Plus.
Yes. All right, you want me to go Sport Plus?
Sport
all right,
Plus,
let's see. Let's go Sport Plus. All right, let's see what she feels like in Sport Plus. And I could feel, yeah, the body roll is different. So the power feels about the same. I feel like this has a better first gear versus the Type R's first gear, but I feel like the Type R has a better second gear pull. Like in second gear in the Type R, I feel like it launches out. This one, I feels like the first gear is where it's at, like getting out the hole. And it seems to have a better, with the limited slip, it feels like it has a better launch than the Type R, because sometimes you could struggle for traction in the Type R, This one, I don't know why or how, but it puts the power down a little bit better. You know, I almost made the mistake that other lady went to the wrong dealership. Yeah, but all right, I'll be honest with you, just from a driving aspect, it feels better driving the Type R versus the Type S, but I think the looks make up for that difference by a lot in the Type S, I feel. And then just the, you know, the steering wheel, like I like having the Alcantara on the steering wheel, and I think having the ELS would also help as well. And the heads-up display, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a heads-up display there, so that's actually really cool. So there's a couple different things. You know what? I don't even know if mine has this. I didn't even check. So I'll have to check and see, and I'll let you guys know. But actually, here's the moment of truth. I want to see what the backup camera is like on this, because I'm not a huge fan of the backup camera on the Type R. So let's see what the backup camera is like on the Type S. And that the exhaust note is definitely better. It's noticeably better. Okay, so the backup camera is virtually the same. Like, there's no difference with the backup camera. But I think for the look, I think a lot of people would love to get, like, I can't wait to see Q to Chaotic, he's getting a Type S, and I can't wait to see the videos that he does with his, because it's an awesome car. It's like a really, really beautiful, fun car. But there's just little things that would make me still choose the Type R. The main reasons why I would choose the Type R is just the seats, the red guts, the red carpet, you know, and mostly the navigation and the way it feels when you drive. Like that feels similar to my Camaro, where you're like kind of hunkered down and in the car. This feels like you're kind of up and riding on the car, a little bit over, like you're a little bit above the, you know, the car, you're looking down, versus like in the Type R, you're sitting lower and kind of looking straight with the road. So those are little nitpicky things, but if you're in a position where you can have the Type S and the Type R, I would recommend doing both, because then you can have like your sporty, fun driving and everything in your Type R, where you feel like you're in a race car, and then, you know, and then when you have to go to work and you just want a fun daily driver that can do everything and also check your tire pressure and stuff. Because I don't understand, why would like Honda put it in the Type S where you can check your tire pressure, but you can't do it in the Type R? Like, you got any?
No feedback. They're on every Acura, so
yeah,
and they're only on certain Hondas, so that's the only thing I could think about.
Yeah, it's weird. You would think they would do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, shout out. All right, say your name again for the camera.
Roberto.
All right, yeah. Shout out to Roberto, guys. Like, Roberto has been nothing but like awesome the whole time since I met him, you know. And I'll let you guys know, he has a Type S on order too, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah, so he's, you know, he's putting his money where his mouth is, so he believes in the product. And just to keep it all the way 100 with you guys, he's actually driving a Civic right now too, so he knows. And you've had a Type R as well before.
Yeah, I had a 2018 Civic Type R.
Right. So do you feel, in your opinion, does it feel like an upgrade going from the Type R to the Type S?
I mean, I'm sure you've pointed out a lot of the differences between them, and you know, it's just going to come down to personal taste and what you want to use it for.
Exactly.
So for me, I'm going Type S. Mostly because, you know, the little features like the heads-up display, the tire pressure.
Right.
I love the looks more of it.
Yes.
And just overall, just for me, I think it fits my lifestyle better.
And there you go. So you heard it from somebody that has had both, or is about to have both vehicles, you know what I mean? And then for me, having driven both of them, like, I would say, if you actually care about driving and cornering, and, you know, like you're deep into that driving aspect, go Type R. Type R is the better driving car. But if you actually want the best of both worlds, where you get the luxuries, like you said, with the heads-up display, check the tire pressure, and, you know, little things that, you know, just the little touches, the ELS Studio and stuff like that, plus the more aggressive front end, and in a lot of people's opinions, a better looking car, then I would go Type S. But I don't think you can go wrong with either vehicle, and if you can get both of them, then you're winning double. All right, and that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy this. If you want to get an Acura Integra at a fair price, come to Acura of Melbourne and ask for Roberto, because he's been like stellar. I feel like this is a good place if you guys want to get one, you want to get treated right. Anything else you want to say, man?
No, you summed it up well.
All right, that's it for this episode. And with that, Race Car Friends out. This is another thing that I noticed the Type R has that I didn't see in the Type S, is you have these on the doors. Little red lights here on the door panels. So All right, here we go. We're gonna do the second gear pull.